Okay, you guys, welcome to the second video about past continuous this time. Bienvenidos al segundo vídeo, esta vez sobre el pasado continuo. This is new for you, okay? This is new grammar for you, so I hope you pay attention and that you write everything on your notebooks. Espero que como esto es contenido nuevo, prestéis atención y que todo lo escribáis en vuestro cuaderno, ¿vale? So, well, first of all, to learn past continuous, first of all, we have to memorize and go back in time and remember present continuous. Primero, para analizar el pasado continuo, tenemos que recordar el presente continuo. If you remember well, present continuous was used to talk about an action in progress, something that is happening right now, at the moment of speaking, okay? For example, I am doing my homework now. Esto sería el presente continuo, para hablar de una acción que está ocurriendo en este momento. I, subjects, am, the verb to be, are, is, are the three variations, and then doing, the verb in ing. Okay, we have to write the verb plus the ending ing. I am doing my homework right now. I am listening to my teacher now. I am watering the plants. I am blowing a candle. I am smelling my plastic flowers. Pepe is looking at me and running away and getting out of the room. Bye bye, the fish is swimming. Remember present continuous really well. Ahora que recordamos el presente continuo realmente bien, let's go to the new one, past continuous. And you have to be analytical and you have to think if present continuous is something that is happening right now at the moment of speaking, at this moment, past continuous, it is something that is used to talk about an action that was happening during a period of time in the past. Si el presente continuo servía para hablar de algo que está pasando ahora, el pasado continuo servirá para hablar de algo que estaba pasando durante un periodo de tiempo en el pasado. And, very important, in present continuous we use the verb to be in present, am, are, or is. En el presente continuo utilizamos el verbo to be en presente, cuyas variaciones son am, are, is. But in past continuous, we only use two types. In past, okay? Was and were. Okay, we use to be in past. Was is for I, he, she, it. And were is for you, we, and they. Okay, let's take a look at some examples and remember that you can play these videos many times as you want to, to understand everything. Recordad que podéis dar al play a este vídeo cuantas veces queráis para enteraros de todo. So I wrote, as before I wrote 3 examples in affirmative, negative and interrogative. For the first one in affirmative, my mom was writing an email before, alright? The time expression would be before, for example. My mom was writing, utilizamos el auxiliar, que es el verbo to be en pasado, más el verbo principal terminado en ing. Mi madre estaba escribiendo un email. Okay, something she was doing for a certain period of time in the past. Algo que ella estaba haciendo durante un cierto periodo de tiempo en el pasado. But don't make the mistake of writing was everywhere, okay? Where applies for you, we, and they. In this case, you. You were playing Fortnite for an entire month, which happens really usually. Alright, so in this case we use where, okay? Let's go to the negative one. Negative, my mom wasn't writing, okay? The same example as before, my mom was writing. In negative would be, my mom wasn't writing. Wasn't is a contraction of was not. Not is the negative particle, and was is the verb to be in past, simple. En la negativa, lo único que tenemos que hacer es poner el verbo to be que teníamos antes en pasado más la partícula negativa not. En este caso la contracción es wasn't. Y con el ejemplo de where, you were playing Fortnite for an entire month, we have the contraction weren't. You weren't playing Fortnite for an entire month. It is composed of were, the auxiliary in past, to be, and then the negative particle not. The contraction would be weren't, ¿vale? La contracción sería weren't, que viene del were, que es el pasado simple del verbo to be, más la partícula interrogativa not. And finally, we have questions, all right? Interrogative ones. We have, as well as always, we have the bubbles. Part number 1, 2, 3, 4. We have W question, auxiliary, subject, and verb. The verb is always in ing. El verbo siempre es en ing, en pasado continuo. So, W question in this case can be why, what, where, when, who, which, etc. How many, how often, okay? The second bubble, the second part is going to be where or was. Okay, in this case, because it's you, the subject is you, we write where. Como el sujeto es you, ponemos el auxiliar where. Si el sujeto fuera she, pondríamos el auxiliar was. Why were you looking at me? ¿Por qué me estabas mirando? Huh? Why were you looking at me? Well, I was looking at you because you weren't paying attention. I hope you were paying attention, and check out my next video, which comes in a couple of minutes. Okay guys, last video to explain to you the difference between past simple and past continuous. This is the contrast, okay? Contraste del pasado simple y el pasado continuo. Sometimes we can find past simple and past continuous tenses in the same sentence or in the same text. Algunas veces podemos encontrar el pasado simple y el pasado continuo en la misma frase o en el mismo texto, okay? Past simple, which is marked in green, remember the color, and past continuous in black, sometimes appear in the same context to tell a story with different time perspectives. Aparecen en el mismo contexto para contarnos una historia desde diferentes tiempos, perspectivas temporales, okay? And the typical time expressions are while and when. Las típicas expresiones temporales para este contraste de verbos sería while, que significa mientras, y when, que como conector temporal significa cuando. Alright, so I wrote a couple of examples here, 3 examples, as you can see, these 3 examples. The first one, while I was reading my book, my sister came into the room. Cuando, acción que acontecía en el pasado durante un periodo de tiempo. Cuando yo estaba leyendo mi libro, sería en negro, porque es pasado continuo. My sister came into the room. Mi hermana entró en la habitación. Sería pasado simple, regular or irregular. It's irregular because it's come, came, come. Alright? Mientras yo estaba leyendo mi libro, mi hermana entró en la habitación. Do you see this contrast? ¿Veis este contraste? Mientras yo estaba haciendo la cosa durante un periodo de tiempo, this is the period of time. I was reading a book during this period of time. Durante este periodo de tiempo estaba leyendo el libro. Pero mi hermana, en un punto de este periodo, entró. Aquí. Entró. Alright. Second example. When my mother called, I wasn't paying attention. Cuando mi madre llamó, un punto en el pasado, yo no estaba prestando atención. Okay? So during a period of time I wasn't paying attention, I was in the 7th cloud, and suddenly, de repente, my mother called. Okay? Third example. Dr. Wright was working when his secretary arrived. El Dr. Wright estaba trabajando cuando, ¿qué pasó? ¿Qué hecho puntual interrumpió esa acción? Su secretario o secretaria llegó. Okay? And there is a special example here, a simultaneous action. Sometimes it happens that both of the actions happen at the same time, and we usually use a past continuous in this case. While my uncle was carrying the bags, I was helping with the keys. En este ejemplo utilizamos el pasado continuo en las dos frases coordinadas. ¿Por qué? Porque pasaron en el mismo momento. Mientras mi tío estaba llevando las bolsas, yo estaba ayudando con las llaves, ¿vale? Esas dos acciones ocurrieron en el mismo periodo de tiempo en el pasado, ¿vale? While my uncle was carrying the bags, I was helping with the keys. While I was teaching my students online, they were doing something else. I hope not. So thank you very much for your attention, and I hope you write all of this down in your notebooks. And if you have any questions, just tell me, write an email, or post a comment on our Google Classroom platform. And remember to write all of this down and do the extra practice exercises I will post on the platform as well. Espero que si tenéis alguna duda me escribáis, me mandéis un mensaje o un comentario en la plataforma y que hagáis los ejercicios de práctica sobre esto que os voy a subir online. Ok, see you, bye bye.